It's great to be with you. I hope you've had a great week. How do you live your life? There's some of us who the only things that matter to us are our ambitions. We live me, myself, and I lives. Winston Churchill said, "We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give." And we'll be talking about that some more in the Quip Corner. See you in a bit. Welcome to the Quip Corner. Sadly, this year, a lot of people have died due to various causes. Of course, COVID-19 has added itself to the mix. But listening to various eulogies, of people like Congressman John Lewis and more recently, Chadwick Boseman, it reminded me of Quip 24, which says, "Live in such a way that whatever you leave behind lives on to God's glory." Live in such a way that whatever you leave behind lives on to God's glory. If you listen to some of the eulogies or you see some of the posts, that have come through, as an example, more recently, even for Chadwick, we find that we've been encouraged to take care of each other, look out for each other. But there's so many things he said or did that will last as legacy. Same thing with Congressman John Lewis. When we think about Congressman John Lewis and the actor Chadwick, it's easy to say, oh, well, they were public figures, so everybody knew what they were doing and things like that. But the way I see it, you don't have to be great to do great things. All you need to do is do the things you do in a great way. Today, I actually want to spend some time talking about my mom. My mom was amazing to the letter G. And it's difficult for me to talk about her without tearing up. So I'm sure you'll excuse me if I need to take a moment and just compose myself. So my mom of blessed memory I'll do this. My mom of blessed memory was amazing to the letter G. She did so much for so many people in her own way. My mom didn't live to be 60. She died at the age of 51. And to date, I keep hearing about things that she did for people. And okay, you need to give me a moment. I need to clean my face, okay? Just give me a moment. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I think I'm ready. Well, I have backup in case any tears start streaming. So as I was saying, my mom died at the age of 51. But in the 51 years of her life, she made so much impact in so many people's lives. I mean, there's some things that I am still hearing about. They say, oh, and then your mother did this, and then your mother did that. And I'm almost like, how could one person make so much impact? And there are places I go to and I introduce myself and there's this deer in the headlights look. But the minute I mention my mother's name, it's almost like a family, the atmosphere just changes. She definitely lived in such a way to give something. You know, it wasn't about getting things, it was giving. Like, you know, Winston Churchill's quote that I read earlier says. In fact, for those of you who have watched the excellent advice video, I'll put a link at the bottom here. In it, I took some time to honor one of my mom's colleagues and friends. And when Auntie T watched this, she sent me this message. I'll read it. I have to write it out so that I don't misquote her. And she said, "Wow, Ada, thank you. I actually thought your mom was my big helper and advisor. And really, we clicked. Thank God her testimony of God's love continues to be manifested in her children." So, you know, they always remind us that it's not the length of life, it's the depth of life. And I know for sure I'm going to live a really long life. But I want to make sure, for me, that I live a life that makes impact. And when I do go, in a couple of decades from now, my legacy will live on. I encourage you to do the same. You know, think about the things you're doing on a daily basis. Once again, you don't have to be great to do great things. All you need to do is do whatever it is you're doing in a great way. Thank you again for being with me, spending time with me, and listening to me talk about my mom. Yeah, she was amazing. She was amazing. I can't overstress it. I remember a lot, and I don't want to tear up I don't want to tear up now. I have my moments. But thanks again for joining me in the Quip Corner. I hope you got a few nuggets from that. And if you're struggling with how to make impact, let's have a chat. There's so many things that we can do to help people around us. Pick one. You don't need to pick it all. Pick one and start there. Until next week, keep being the great person you are. Take care. Bye now.